that time of week again when we're recording our intro.
Hello, how are you?
So this week's video is...
Water hunting.
Yes, hunting for a water point.
Ginger.
Ginger and Spice Festival at Market Drayton.
Well, I was actually going to say stomach and food and
of course, that
and...
goes without saying. So yes, we relate back to our Birmingham videos and bird's custard when we get to Market Drayton.
Yeah, gingerbread men.
Yeah, and a look around the historic town of Nantwich.
Fire.
And yeah, the continuation of our journey. Oh, sorry, that reflection is not very good there with the sun. There we go. Continuation of our journey up the Shoppy as far as the junction with Middlewich.
Barbridge.
Yes. So we hope you enjoy. We hope you find some of it useful. We'll try and visit towns and villages along the canals as we go to give you pointers and information and ideas on what you can do on your travels too.
I was going to shout football, but it's not, it's a seagull.
We haven't seen any footballs in the canal lately.
No.
So enjoy, put any comments below and we'll respond to them when we can. And we'll see you at the end.
Push the button, ring the bell, it's free to you and me, that's what holidays do for you. Routines.
So yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, help us grow the channel. Here we are in the centre of Audlem, some beautiful old buildings. Post office, a co-op, a running and riding shop, dry cleaners, chemist, a couple of pubs. Just a bit wet today. And also right in the centre of Audlem is the church, which is quite ornate. So we are at Green Locks and there's the sign for the secret nuclear bunker. Obviously isn't quite so secret these days.
That aerial lift.
And the Shropshire Union just continues to be stunning. This is Hack Green Lock number 1. Paul's just waiting for it to fill so he can bring the boat in. That's bridge number 86, and then Hack Green Lock number 2 is just the other side of it. Still quite a constant flow of boats on here today. And it continues as we're just coming down the second lock. There's 2 more boats coming this way, so we'll leave the gates open for them. That's the 2 Hack Green Locks done. Some more somewhere along here at Nantwich, but being Friday afternoon it is very busy and we haven't found anywhere yet, so we're just going to keep going until we find somewhere we can. We've come back to Market Drayton in the van for the weekend, well for the day, to have a look at their Ginger and Spice Festival, haven't we?
Oh, not gingerbread men.
So Market Drayton is the home of gingerbread men.
Gingerbread men.
All about the food.
Always about the food.
And also, if you remember, a few weeks ago we went to the original Bird's Custard Factory in Digbeth in Birmingham.
I believe so.
Market Drayton is now the home of Bird's Custard.
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 Custard crumble.
And Angel Delight and cornflour.
There you go.
So we're going to have a wander around the market. We'll show you some of the old buildings as we get down to the older part of the
town. And
town.
we'll find the floating market too.
And yeah, then we'll go down to the floating market. Lots of boats here for the floating market. The canal is carried around the town of Nantwich on this high embankment. Here's another one of Thomas Telford's pieces of engineering, which is the aqueduct carrying the canal over the road. There's also the well-signed walkways of the Weaver Way and the Nantwich Riverside Loop around the basin, around the original salt marshes, which are now nature reserves in the area. You can clearly see the boats there on top of the embankment. Nantwich does have one of the highest concentrations of listed buildings in the country. It is a town which has settlements dating back to the Norman times. There was a castle here originally, which there are no ruins of anymore, but it's believed it was on the site of the Crown Inn pub. Nantwich is recorded in the Domesday Book, and salt was supplied from here to Chester then by the Romans. 8 salt houses were recorded as being in Nantwich in the Domesday Book in the Roman times, and was transported from here to Chester for use. 2 major fires burnt the town to the ground twice, the first one in 1385 and the second one in 1583. The town was also famous for tanneries. The last of the salt houses closed in the mid-19th century, and the last of the tanneries closed in 1974. The hippie boat and the toasty boat have spent all weekend trading here. Morning.
Morning.
After having spent a lovely few days moored in Nantwich, done a bit of sightseeing, down to Market Drayton to the market, we're now continuing our journey towards Ellesmere Port.
Onward.
So today we should go through Barbridge Junction, fill up with water, and then the aim is to get to Walton Lock or somewhere near there this evening.
Beeston.
Near Beeston. Doubt we'll walk up to the castle today, we won't have time, but we can do that later in the winter. And then tomorrow to Chester, and Wednesday we should make it to Ellesmere Port, all being well.
You've spoken now, haven't you?
We'll let you know how we get on as we journey along. It's a really still day and the reflections on the canal are lovely. So now the cutting for the canal isn't quite so deep. The bridges have got lower again. Between bridges 22 and 23, we've just seen 3 kingfishers. If you can just about see the concrete wall here under the grass, this is the areas along the canal where there is a shelf sticking out as well, so you can't moor there because you can't get into the edge and you scrape the bottom of your boat on the shelf if you're not careful. Really pretty piece of canal, several bridges coming up quite close together. Just about see, this is number 22, and you can just about see 23 in the distance through all the trees. Lovely seeing so many workboats. Lots of adverts on the side of this building at Wheaton Ashton with local shops, pubs, pizza places, etc. Just going past the Hartley Arms, a boat here with the Betty Boop on top. Don't see many of them about these days. We're just coming under Bridge 97, and then on our port side is the entrance to the Llangollen Canal. There's 3 locks here, the Helston locks, and 2 of them are closing individually after Christmas, junction. There was boats there yesterday, there's boats there now. There's moorings here as well. And we're heading on towards Barbridge.
Barbridge Junction,
Hopefully,
which is about a mile and a half away.
Filling with water when we get there. There's a large reservoir on the top of that hill there that feeds the canal. And big black clouds above it, so maybe I'll get filled up a bit later. We're just coming into Barbridge. It's another really pretty looking area, and this is where the Middlewich branch goes off. Goes up past Phoenician Marina to the Audlem Canal, which is the shortest piece of canal in the country. It's got one lock on it. From memory, I think it's about 300 metres long. I will check that, put the details on here. And then that then joins up with the Trent and Mersey Canal. We're carrying on, once we've filled up water, along the Shropshire Union towards Chester. There is a pub here too, a bit early in the day even for us. I'm sure it's one we can try at a later date though, the old Barbridge Inn. Just playing Spot the Water Point at the moment. I'm guessing it's going to be on our port side because that's the side there's houses on. Thinking the water point is just where this boat is on our starboard side. So the section that we thought had a water point on it doesn't. Paul has walked a bit further around the corner. There's a water point round there. Whoops, that's the cover because it's windy. There is a water point round there, but it is on private moorings. So we're going to carry on to Cowley, which the CRT gentleman we spoke to yesterday has told us there's a water point there. At the end of the day, if there's not, there is one in Chester. We're just hoping to fill up a bit sooner than that so we can run the washing machine. Here's the junction down to the Middlewich branch. There's a furniture warehouse here as well.
Hi.
We hope you enjoyed that. So as you can see, it is getting dark. We've had a busy day and we just realised we hadn't done the outro for the video.
Well, what's the chalk talk for this week? Well, technically it's because we haven't got one, but probably the one bit of learning from it, or teaching, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that we don't travel in the dark. We're stood under a street lamp, as you can probably tell, because the shade, yeah, or the light and shade. So always be aware of that one while you're travelling.
Yeah, plan your travels well during the winter months so that you're not caught out by it getting dark early. It's only 4 o'clock, 4:30 maybe.
Just that.
Yeah, but anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Showed you around a few of the towns and villages that we go past on the way. All well worth a visit. Nantwich is absolutely steeped in history.
Twice it burned.
Yeah, so that was really interesting learning about that. And it's a popular trading area as well.
Have to move for people.
And then at the Ginger and Spice Festival at Market Drayton. Worth visiting Market Drayton again, lots of history there.
Food.
Of course, goes without saying, doesn't it? So next week's video is a bit more of the Shropshire Union, and we reach Chester.
Wow.
Which
Guess
is
where we are?
Yeah, I was going to say, which is where we are now.
We'll get more about that one later in the next week.
Yeah.
Enjoy your week.
Yeah, have a good week.
But push the button, ring the bell, free to you and us, and share it with your friends, because you know what? Every day's a school day.
See you next week.
See you later. Take care.